long before I let her play with me. I'll go eat some jail food on gang. Stomp a little with some shell toes. Slapping, rapping, making bail. Two-tone Cartier match the nails. No competition, these stale. Curbing, no curbing, my layers. Say they get money, but I can't tell. Keep running circles around these snails. And my bumping up in the jail on the gang.
Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. You see us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh no, where we get the bag. Yeah, don't you get too mad. Run it back.
You getting money, you really don't need to talk about it. Move quiet, you should try it, there's some cloud around it. Chase it, and overthinking the process. Outside of the gate, spewing that nonsense. On the phone, he begging women to come out. Back to back, calling until his minutes run out. Begging for loose change and scraping to maintain. Or sipping, and playing with waist chains. I think you get the picture, we outside the frame. Get your Louis Hamilton on swerve lane to lane. On gang. We brainstorm until it rains and we drive a gang. Straight into the Hall of Fame. You need to pay attention. I was 17 and had them shipping the benzine. I was 16 eating steak with Russell Simmons. I was 15 in the basement with a vision. I could
run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. Stuff it in your Birkin bag, cause he don't with that. So just run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back. We run the numbers up and run it back. Run it back.
Time to add to the cipher. Time is money, time to run the numbers higher. They're hustling early, it's hardwired. Total bezel, frozen neck off like a tire. $1 million make a follow a messiah. Is you a charlatan or really take them higher? We in demand, distributors and suppliers. Been getting bands and signatures on the flyers. Listen, gotta make moves if you really want it. Desperate Jews eat your food, that's how they be on it. It's a must that we hustle today and escape from round table discussing the way that we get to the rack.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB. They'd easily move into the top 5.
To the air goes Daniels. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Off the play fake, Daniels. That's out wide here for Robinson. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone in.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Here now a third down and 8. Daniels looking to throw. And a dump off here to Robinson. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10. Now Daniels. And that nearly an interception here on its opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. You look at this Colt defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL. Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Daniels. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well. York able to send this one through, and the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep. Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. They run once more with Taylor. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 75. And the Colts have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Robinson up the middle, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On the draw is Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
To the right side, this is Taylor. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 86 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And looking to throw, Penix. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. And Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing now is Daniels. Had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 7. Now Penix. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. In motion goes the tight end. Penix working out of the gun here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts add 6 to their lead. Gay is on for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Daniels. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First and 10, Taylor now. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Looking to throw, Penix. That is caught. taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. The Colts at 3-4 on the year coming into play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Taylor. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 114 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air, Penix. Touchdown, Colts! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down at a yard. Back to throw. Daniels. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They need 18 yards here on third down. Back to throw. Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll throw with Penix. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Still going. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Third down and 13. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Commanders 10.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Pierce in motion left. Here's Penix. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. They'll look to throw here. The toss here completed to Pittman. And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Third and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Running left, Taylor dances by him. And the Colts are going to be set up with a first and goal. His good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And the Commanders' first down.
They go play action. Daniels. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
A gain of 15. First down, Washington.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Checks this one down to Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Two yards to go, second down. Well, they let McLaurin try and run. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
To the air goes Daniels. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Play action, now it's Daniels. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking to throw. Daniels. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Second and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Jones breaking from the contact, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Daniels looking to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Daniels going to throw for it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. To throw is Daniels. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
He's going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining. In this fourth quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, Daniels. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing now is Daniels. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Commanders 25.
So down a couple scores, only 1 timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A run here with Pierce. And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Straight ahead they go with Ali. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Here's 1st down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Back to throw. Daniels. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well. Okay, I think we can safely agree. That's not a call you see very often on 1st and 10.
Ever. Who calls a
that?
1st down sneak?
I guess the best we've probably seen is a 1st down quarterback draw.
Right.
Yeah, but not a sneak. But they did gain yards.
Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring 1st half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the 2nd half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for the Colts, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Commanders, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Ground music, riding in the good, not used. Tighten up, you a loser. I approve. I bet I stamped and approve. Straight underground, make all you haters get down. You understand what I'm saying?
I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with the wish list. They come with the wish list.
can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. Hey, I met this girl the other night. She said she wanted me and money white. Respectfully declined because I said I got a wife. She said she wanted man, her best friend is known around the way. I started hearing about her type. Always with the ball players, that's the one she likes. She got it done, and I guess they look alright. They call her princess, but she down in every. In and out of DMs, tryna be a rapper. She won't get the W, I skirt off when I see him. I know it's gonna get worse when I start doing Coliseums. Gonna be, I just call it how I see him. Let me clarify, I ain't talking about all women. Some just wanna settle down and have a couple cheering. For all my rapper homies, just be careful while you touring. You meet a pretty girl, but her intentions ain't the purest. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list.
Hey, second phone buzzing, just delete the other number, yeah. Cruising at 103 till I seen them team that went the record. She was peeking out the cover. She said, Gigi, wait, you grew up down the street, my uncles up her brothers. I said, jumping back, been lit. You at? She was just running. Emmitt Smith, run it back. She had to make it. Rubbing it, just caught up. Then she got me paying down, painting nails, calling me sound like the heads of the way I be chasing. You know she got them
Friends of the bed.
I'm in Miami, so knowing the
Fans of the
I called her door back with a 50. She wanted the. She said, who? About to make me cancel this L. She said, hood is on, but she in a condo that I buddy on. Payment good, if she good is gone. Boy, you should've known. Calling me up on 50 phones, foot on knowledge. Never let them keep me on my tippy toes. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my